Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Please recognize Representative Miller for a special floor presentation.
Representative Miller, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speakers and members of the House of Representatives. Representative Johns and myself are here before you today to recognize April as Oklahoma Work Zone Safety Awareness Month. Both ODOT and the Turnpike Authority put extra emphasis on this particular month as our summer highway construction season and driving season approaches. This year's ODOT safety campaign theme is Make It Home Safe, Make Oklahoma Safe. Oklahoma drivers can expect more than 160 work zones on highways and turnpikes statewide this spring and summer. And today, in fact, marks the start of Oklahoma Work Zone Safety Awareness Week as the third week in April, as declared by Governor Kevin Stitt, April 17 through 21, which is the same week that is observed nationally. To that end, Mr. Tom Robbins, raise our hand, we also know him as Mr. Edmond, has been working with ODOT to bring the work zone safety course to teen drivers in high schools across the state, from the Panhandle to Beavers Bend and everywhere in between, to give teen drivers the information they need to navigate work zone safe zones even before they ever get on the road. Our very own Representative Ronnie Johns has proactively joined this effort this session with legislation that would incorporate this coursework into the curriculum taught at driver schools to equip teen drivers to become more safe and more alert. Representative Johns and I want to stress why this is so important today. In the past 5 years, 91 people have lost their lives, 1,294 people were injured in more than 7,125 collisions in Oklahoma work zones. In its history, ODOT and the Turnpike have lost 72 workers combined, which is more than any other state agency outside of the military. One of these tragedies happened in the lives of those who stand before us on the floor today. With us today are John and Sheree Black. She is the daughter of Terry Clubb, and their daughter, who is the granddaughter of Terry Clubb, who lost his life in a work zone accident. Terry Clubb was in a work zone accident the summer of 2011. Mr. Clubb was inspecting construction activities on the then new I-40 crosstown at the time of the accident. He lost his life in service to our state. On Friday morning, ODOT will have a time of remembrance and a moment of silence for Mr. Terry Clubb and all that have fallen, all the transportation employees that have fallen in our state. You are all welcome to join that. Also before us today is Mr. Secretary Tim Gatz. Up on our balcony, we have Deputy Director Joe E. Kelly from the Turnpike Authority. Mr. Gatz and Deputy Director E. Kelly and their teams work tirelessly every day to advance the mobility of Oklahomans. Equally as important to accessibility is safety. They go hand in hand. Our transportation system will only be as effective and as safe to travelers as we provide for that to be. So our funding and our policy supports both of those things. No one knows this better than Secretary Gatz himself, Deputy Director E. Kelly, and we are blessed to have them both as committed and dedicated public servants and transportation leaders in our states. Members, let's band together, especially this month, to do our part to support transportation safety, not only this month, but throughout the year, so that all Oklahomans will make it home safe. Thank you very much.